Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 11, Episode 3 of the Timeline. December 13th, 2024. We're heading to the country for the afternoon. Madison helps our friend clean under his bed, and I clean the kitchen area. We went to get pizza sometime later for lunch with him, and when we get back and he's resting, we leave to head home. I take Madison home and I get home too. After I settle down, I write. Well, I start to write an episode for this next week. When I finish writing tonight, it is later than I wanted it to be, but I can finish the rest tomorrow. December 14th, 2024. When I get up this morning and after breakfast, I start to put the ornaments on the tree. Then my grandson comes over and helps me to put them on. He finishes it and it looks nice, and I appreciate it too. And then later this evening, after cleaning the tree mess, my grandson is cooking dinner and I'm writing for the episode. December 15th, 2024. This morning getting up, I get a call to come to the country. So Madison and Ismail, my grandson, and I went out. I believe he just wants the company. He's getting up there in age and can't do all of it himself, so we help him out when we can. We visit with him, we talk, we laugh. He is funny. And when Madison and Ismail is ready to leave, I think he's satisfied in his day. And we are thankful he is. We all care about him. My grandson and I did stay a little longer, and then we soon head back to the city. On the way out, the sun is setting, and it's a beautiful picture. It's over the fields and the fences. I did take a few different pictures of the sky as we were leaving. The skies are beautiful lately. December 16th, 2024. Thank you, God, for this day. A day I'm going to try to record. Have a great day. December 17th, 2024. I did get the episode recorded, and I'm so thankful for that. So today I'm cleaning up some, and then this afternoon at 3:29 p.m., I went to the cemetery. I pull up to Wyatt's area. I take a photo of his headstone. I visit with him, and then I pull around to visit Megan. The first picture is of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone, headstones to the west, and onto the Mother Mary statue. In the second picture is of Megan's area and the flowers close up. The third picture shows the full view area of Babyland 6th West. And in the fourth picture, it's taken from the south on an angle toward the north, and it shows the south end of the newly set in drain back to the lineup onto the newly set in headstone. There are headstones shown in this picture to the south and to the north, way north. I sit in the car a little longer to visit, and then I leave the cemetery. December 18th, 2024. My episode on Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, airs tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. This evening, I take a drive. I find a place where I could pull over and take a few pictures of the sky. I then take a couple pictures of the trees that are outside of the fence lines, decorated in red and green lights for the Christmas holiday. It looks really nice. I soon drive toward home, and when I get home, I sit to relax. Soon after, I receive a message stating the episode airs on rsscommunity.com and on YouTube, and I'm happy. December 19th, 2024. Thank you, God. As my day begins, I'm wrapping gifts to get a start on it. After lunch, I take a break and I dozed off for about 20 minutes. When I woke up, I get my shoes on and I drive to the cemetery. I pull up to Wyatt's area, I snap a photo, I sit with him, and then I pull around to visit Megan. The first picture I take from the south of the electrical pole to the branches of the existing tree. From this point of view, Megan's flowers are here. In the second picture, it's a full view area of Babyland 6th West, and in the next picture is of the same view. There is a glow of white light shining down through Babyland 6th West. The fourth picture is of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone, headstones on west and onto the Mother Mary statue. Headstones to the north are also visible. In the fifth picture, it's of Megan's area from the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, the existing tree, the headstones to the west, and the two headstones to the south of this tree. Then Megan's flowers and headstones to the north. The sixth picture is of the newly set in drain to the newly set in headstone. There are headstones to the south and to the north. The seventh picture, that glow of light, is now on the north side of the existing tree. A few headstones to the south of the tree and to the north. The next picture is of the north side of the existing tree to the headstones to the north, and of course, you already know, it's where the north tree sat. In the ninth picture, I take it from the northeast area to the south of the electrical pole. There is a white aura in this picture, and in the next picture, it's just a random picture of the double and single heart headstones. I then walk the area to observe, and then I soon leave the cemetery. When I get home, I have dinner and relax. December 20th, 2024. Brr, it feels cold outside, and I'm in no hurry to do anything but wrap up in a soft, warm, cozy blanket and wait until about noon. I did. I wrap up, I sit for about 20 minutes, and I stand up, and I thought, if I sit, I will get tired. So I decide to write in the screenplay. I write, and I am now so far ahead of myself, and I don't know how long a script should be, but still to this point, there's so much more to tell and share. I will keep writing until the day of the conclusion. December 21st, 2024. Yesterday I worked on the screenplay well into the night hours. So today I will write or start the writing for the episode for this next week. Everyone have a great day. December 22nd, 2024. First thing this morning, I thank God. I did get the episode written, but not reread or timed. So I'm doing that this morning. When I'm done, I clean up, and then I go to visit Madison and my granddogs, all four of them. And of course, I take pictures. While there, and with the next few days being Christmas, We let the dogs, with help from Ismail, to open their presents. They each received a doggy bed and their own rawhide bone. They seem good with all, and it's well deserved for the dogs. When I leave Madison, I go to the cemetery. I pull up to Wyatt's area and get out of the car and walk up. His Christmas flowers are here. I took 2 pictures walking up, and I took 2 pictures of his headstone close up. I visit with him, and then I went to visit Megan. As I pull up, I take a photo of the full view area of Babyland 6th West. In the second picture, it's a picture of Megan's area close up. Her Christmas flowers are still here, which is a good thing. In the third picture is of the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, that is no way near the setting of these 2 headstones back in 1999 through 2015. And then in the picture, it moves on to the west, to headstones in the west, and onto the Mother Mary statue. The fourth picture is of the south side of the existing tree to a baby girl headstone that used to sit near the north tree. She does have flowers on her headstone. This headstone is setting southeastish of the tree. Then back west of this same tree is Megan's Christmas flowers stuck in the ground where Megan's headstone had sat from 1999 until May 7th of 2015. There are headstones to the northwest. And as I write this and look at the picture, I can almost bet looking at the pictures of the scene further north, if this is the north tree, the headstones to the nearest to this tree would not match up to pictures taken before 2015 of where they sit now. It's just a thought. In the next picture, it's a picture of the sky, the clouds, the sun trying to poke through the clouds. It also shows the electrical pole. I also see 2 headstones, one that sits next to the pole now, and the top half of the Mother Mary statue, and of course the fence line. In the 6th picture, Megan's Christmas flowers close up. The 7th picture I take, it's of the Mother Mary statue. It's a close-up picture. It's of the new set-in headstone. There is also a stake sitting next to this Mother Mary statue. There is a necklace hanging around it. There are 2 ceramic angels sitting in front of the headstone, and then a rock with the name and date of birth on it. A baby born and left us on the same day 10 years before Megan. Then I think, oh no, it's not a new grave of a family member. It's a new marker for a baby that's been in this cemetery. But the only thing is, the new headstone set in east of this Mother Mary statue, and the rock with the name on it was just recently set in, after the headstones have been moved south because of flood water near 10 years ago. And this is what makes me feel sick. The headstone is here, a new headstone set in, family members visiting, but their loved ones is not there. It is not the resting plot. It is just the headstone marker. In the 8th picture is a headstone that is sitting crooked on the cement slab in Babyland 6th West. In the next picture, it's of the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign to the existing tree, Megan's Flowers, and west of this tree, and on west to the newly set in headstone. There are headstones to the south of the tree, which should set north, near the North Tree area. The 10th picture is a full view picture of the area, and the 11th picture is taken just south of the tree to the north, where if the North Tree was still standing, would stand, where a row of headstones are now. But these headstones too needs to be moved north. The next picture is of the same view, just a tad bit north. I then visit with Megan, and then I leave the cemetery. Before going home, I went to get some more Scotch tape to wrap presents. When I get home, I did wrap them, and a short time after I'm done, I receive pictures of my granddogs laying on their new beds, and I'm happy they like them, or they seem to. Later this evening, we went to see Christmas lights. We drove through this year. We usually walk it or ride the horse and buggy, but we drove it this year. Took a lot of pictures and enjoyed it. December 23rd, 2024. Thank you for this day. I went this morning to take my grandson to get his license. When we were done, I take him to his mom's and I go home. I try to record, and I did pray it would be easy on me, that it goes easy, and it comes out easy talking about it. After so long, I just could not get it. I went to bed emotional. December 24th, 2024. Waking up this morning feeling heavy-hearted. I'm emotional still, but I know I need to get it done. I have to record today. So after lunch, I turn the TV down, I turn my phone off, I message Madison to let her know I'm recording, and I sit down to start. The more I read as I record, I'm thinking, and I'm hoping I get through it. I'm shaken. I'm emotional. But when I finish reading at 2:38 p.m., I got it, my first try, and I thank God. Then I think, my angels are with me, communicating with me. I adore you, angels. Then as I'm scheduling the episode, I had to sit and shake, and I cried out of control. I'm shaking trying to schedule the episode. I asked God to help me, and of course, He did. Later this evening, I'm talking to my sister-in-law, and she's talking me down. It's good to have people in your life like that. But as we talk, I say to my sister-in-law, they say the dead knows nothing. My sister-in-law said, right. I said, well, if that is true, how do they communicate with me, with a lot of us here on earth? My sister-in-law said, right. I said, because you know as well as I know, I've been guided through all of this. My sister-in-law said, right, yes, you have, and even said the overlay picture. I can even see that. That is not right. I said, right. There is. There is so much proof. But what do you do with the proof when it's ignored? My sister-in-law said, oh, I know, but don't give up on this. I interrupted her and said, oh, no, that's not going to happen. It will not. The story will continue to be told through this, the podcast, a book, a screenplay, however this needs to be known, and fixed. It's not right, and it wasn't right from the beginning, from the very first time my daughter called the city, and there was no communication back. None at all until near a year later, from May 11, 2015 until March 28, 2016. That was the first time I met with Stan at the cemetery, and at this time there was no sign of a tree cut down or no mention of a tree being or had been cut down. In fact, no mention until the first meeting at the City Hall on April 6, 2016. That was the first red flag. My sister-in-law agreed. We talked a little bit more about it, and then we let each other go. When I hung up, I took a deep breath, and I do have to say, the weight is still here, but I do feel better. December 25th, 2024. Merry Christmas, and I wish for all to have their wishes come true. As I start my morning, my mind is running a mile a minute. Then I sit down. I think about the episode airing tonight at 8 p.m. And then an idea came to mind of my next book and all of the heart-shaped pictures I've been taking. The title name came to mind. Love is ... front cover, caption, without saying a word. I write it on paper and set it aside. Then as the day moves on, I get ready to meet Madison at the cemetery. And of course we went because it's Christmas. I pull up to Wyatt's area. I take a couple pictures of his headstone. I visit with him, and then Madison pulls up. She visits with Wyatt, and as I pull around to the west side to visit Megan, Babyland 6th West is flooded. Yet again, I take the first picture from the south of the area at Babyland 6th West, and you can clearly see the puddles of the flooded area, which is so much more than puddles. In the second picture, the electrical pole is in the center of the picture, and then the small pond with more water than a puddle is east of the electrical pole. In the next picture, it's taken from more north, south of the electrical pole, to the branches, south side of the tree, the existing tree. I can see Megan's flowers are here. There is also water laying on the ground east of the pole and west of the tree. And I can also see the grounds are saturated in water. In the fourth picture, it's a full view picture of Babyland 6th West. And in the fifth picture, it's taken from the southeast of the tree, a closer picture of Megan's resting area, puddles of water west of her flowers stuck in the ground. The sixth picture is of the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, headstones onto the west, and the Mother Mary statue. In the next picture, it's across the street, east of where the north tree sat, and where the headstone, the brown headstone that sits on the south side corner of the east-west street, which it used to sit on the north corner of the east-west street until 2015. There are puddles of water in this area too. In the eighth picture is of the word land, part of the black and white Babyland sign. It also shows the deep portion in the ground where the old drain, the rusty old drain cover sits and has sat since 1999. And the cement east of this, in front and crossing the street, is the north corner of the east-west street. In the ninth picture, it's a picture of the full view area of Babyland 6th West, taken from the east of the tree, the existing tree. The 10th picture is of a close-up of Megan's area, the double heart headstone to the south, the two headstones that used to sit near the north tree, the blue and white Babyland 6 West sign, which has stood in this same location since 2000, and on to Megan's flowers stuck in the ground west of the tree. You can visualize the headstones to the west and to the north. In the 11th picture, it is taken from the east of the north tree area. And then I sit and look at this picture, and the only feeling I get is a good feeling of Megan's flowers still standing, stuck in the ground throughout all the water. Hang on to them, baby. They're yours. I take another picture of the same area. I pray to God. I pull away and I leave the cemetery. When I leave the cemetery, Madison and Ismail leaves the cemetery and we go to my house to eat dinner. After we eat, we all gather to unwrap gifts, and I do have to say, Christmas 2024, I had a really, really good Christmas. And my gifts, oh my gosh, they were all so heartfelt. And thank you to all. And then later this evening, my great niece Carla also came by. Not necessarily for dinner, but she did eat a little. We exchanged gifts and we sit to visit. When the day is coming to an end, everyone leaves, and I can say, it's been a good day. Thank you for listening. Stay kind with your words.